Yo, what's up, guys? It's King Sean here, and day 4 of training camp is officially in the books, and we have a lot to talk about today. Y'all know how I do these videos. I first talk about Dan Quinn's press conference, and then get to the stuff that happened during practice. So, if you guys are new to my channel, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. I'm on the road to 4K subs. If you could, hit that sub button. I'd really appreciate it. And with that out of the way, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so fans were at practice today, so we do have more information from the fans themselves that put out tweets, so shout out to them. But let's start with Dan Quinn's presser. Obviously, not going to spend too much time on this, but Dan Quinn said, one quote he did say, shout out to Zach Shelby, put this tweet out. Quinn said that the team is still exploring ways to use Mikey Sanders still. His skill set offers plenty of versatility, but they also don't want to take him away from what he does best. And what he does best is playing in that star role, nickel. So that's where he's going to primarily play, but they have been trying him out as like a punt returner, kick returner, and they've been doing that with multiple guys like Casmer Allen, Jameson Crowder, Emmanuel Forbes, Jahan Dotson, because they want an explosive kick returner or punt returner, especially this year where, we have the new kickoff. So, having an explosive returner is very important with having the new, kickoff rules. So, I like that they're kind of like testing Mikey Sanders still, like putting him at different positions, putting him at different spots, and see where he performs best at. But they know he's best at the nickel star, whatever they want to call it. I know Ron Rivera called it the Buffalo nickel. I'm pretty sure Adam Peters called it the star role after in his press conference after he drafted Sanders still. So that's where he's going to primarily play. And then on Luke McCaffrey, he said, he's impressed with Luke McCaffrey's skill set, and it's more refined than he thought. But he's not surprised based on his makeup. So yeah, Luke McCaffrey, he's pretty new to the wide receiver position. He switched from QB to wide receiver like 2-3 years ago. So he's very new to the position, but it's very impressive to Dan Quinn is impressed that how refined his skill set is. And Luke McCaffrey, he's been getting coached up by Terry McLaurin. He's been getting pointers from Terry McLaurin, which is very good, and some other veteran wide receivers. So it's good seeing other veteran wide receivers giving him pointers and teaching the young rookie up. And then one more, DQ says that linebacker Jordan McKee has rare speed and a ton of burst. Quote, he's off to an excellent start. So I think I talked about Jordan McKee in one of my training camp videos in the last couple of days. But yeah, they have a lot of faith in him. I have a lot of faith in Jordan McGee. We dropped him in the 5th round. Adam Peters, he is so good at finding linebackers in the mid to late rounds. Fred Warner was taken in the 3rd round of the 2018 NFL draft. He is arguably the best linebacker in the NFL. So, and we brought in, Bobby Wagner and Frankie Lavue this offseason, so they can help coach up, Jordan McGee, as well as obviously our linebacker coach Ken Norton, who is one of the best linebacker coaches in the NFL. He's well respected, and he's a very known linebacker coach. So I do like the additions we added this offseason to our linebacker group, and I like the addition of Jordan McGee from the draft because Bobby Wagner, Frankie Lavue, Ken Norton, they will all help Jordan McGee. And I feel like right now Jordan McGee's he's like linebacker 3 because Jamin Davis has been getting most of his reps at edge rusher, so you can consider McGee as your linebacker 3, and I feel like he'll get a solid amount of playing time this season. So super excited to see what Jordan McGee does this upcoming season. And yeah, that's basically it from Dan Quinn's press conference. Now let's get to some of the stuff that happened during practice. Players that caught punts today. Shout out to Zach Shelby, put this tweet out. Jameson Crowder, Dax Milne, Kaz Allen, Demir Burr, Jahan Dotson, and Emmanuel Forbes, they all caught punts today. So kind of the same guys that have been catching punts throughout training camp so far. Cornelius Lucas got the start at right tackle today, and Brandon Corman got the start at left tackle today. Now, Andrew Wiley is dealing with some tightness, he said, after practice, which is why they held him out of practice today. Well, specifically team drills. I think he took part in individual drills, but just not team drills. So that's why, he wasn't getting the starting job. Well, he wasn't, participating in team drills. He wasn't starting at right tackle today. But he is expected to be back tomorrow when the pads come on. So, it'll be cool to see him back. It is nice, though, to see Brandon Coleman getting the starts at left tackle. It really is. I want to see him win the starting job. Cornelius Lucas is cool, but I prefer him as a swing tackle or a backup tackle. So it would be really nice if Brandon Coleman won the starting left tackle job. Now let's get to some of the plays. Really nice catch by Armani Rogers. The team had some really high hopes for him before his injury. We'll see if he can recapture some of that interest. And yeah, really, our 3 tight ends that are locks to make the roster right now are I want to say Zach Ertz, Ben Sinnott, and not Cole Turner, sorry, John Bates. And we'll get to Ben Sinnott in a second because he's had a rough training camp so far, but we'll get to him in a second. But Cole Turner and Armani Rogers are fighting for that 4th tight end spot, so we'll see who gets it. My money is on Cole Turner right now. We might just keep 3 tight ends, so we might just cut both of them, Cole Turner and Armani Rogers, but we might keep 4. If we do keep 4, then it's going to be between the 2 who gets the 4th spot. So we'll see who makes the roster between the 2, but my money is on Cole Turner right now. But Armani Rogers, he showed a lot of promise in 2022 and in 2023 before he got injured in the early part of training camp. Now, Ben Sinnott, he has not had the greatest camp so far. He has had quite a few drops so far during camp, and he had like 1 or 2 more today. One of them led to a Marcus Mariota interception, and I'm pretty sure it bounced off of his hands, and then it was picked off by Tyler Owens, the undrafted rookie free agent. So the safety. So shout out to him. He's making some plays. Our safety room is really deep. We have like 6, 7 safeties on the roster. Jeremy Chin, Quan Martin, Derek Forrest, Percy Butler, Jeremy Reeves, Dominique Hampton. So Tyler Owens making the roster. It's a bit of a long shot for him, but he might make the practice squad. He is a practice squad candidate in my opinion, so we shall see. Tariq Castro-Fields, he's been having a really good camp so far. He was running with Emmanuel Forbes at outside corner on first-team defense to start off the day. And Tariq has, like I said, shout out to Leno Willingham. He put the tweet out. He said that Tariq has had a good camp, and I absolutely agree. He made some plays in the first 3 days of camp, and he was starting today, so which is really good. Now I'm pretty sure in the second part of 11v11 drills, Benjamin St. Juste and Emmanuel Forbes were the outside corner, so they're kind of mix matching the starting cornerbacks because we have a lot of cornerbacks on our roster. We signed Michael Davis, Noah Igbinoghene this offseason. We drafted Mikey Sanders still, but he's going to be our slot corner nickel back. So we don't really have a clear cut boundary corners. Like, we don't know who our 2 boundary corners are for sure going to be. If I had to place money, I would probably say Benjamin St. Juste and Emmanuel Forbes, but it could be Benjamin St. Juste and Michael Davis, or Forbes and Michael Davis, or Tariq Castro-Fields and Benjamin St. Juste. So, we have a lot of options there, and we have to see who plays best to see who's going to be starting for us at boundary corner or outside cornerback come week 1. Jaden Daniels, he had a bit of a rough start to start off 11v11 drills. He actually had a lot of miscommunication with his wide receivers today, like De'Ami Brown and Terry McLaurin. I'm pretty sure there was this one play where Terry McLaurin, he was working against his own coverage, and he decided to come back in a curl route, but Jaden Daniels threw it deep, thinking that Terry McLaurin was going to go deep, but he did not. And then there was this one instance where, and this was all reported, by the way, shout out to the fans who put out tweets, but there was this one instance where I'm pretty sure De'Ami Brown was going in or out, or actually he was going in, and then Jaden Daniels threw it out, thinking that De'Ami Brown would go out. So there was a lot of miscommunication with his receivers today, so hopefully, that's fixed. It's the first day with fans, so maybe some guys had nerves, including Jaden Daniels. Maybe, not 100% sure, but yeah, hopefully, something like that doesn't really happen often or ever again. Hopefully that miscommunication can get fixed up. Mitchell Tinsley had a huge sideline catch working against Michael Davis in tight coverage. Crazy grab with 2 feet down. Fans got fired up. That was a tweet by Josh Taylor. Shout out to him. Go check out his YouTube channel. He's an amazing Washington YouTuber. He put that tweet out. Mitchell Tinsley, he made the roster last season. He made some great plays in training camp and preseason last year. So I feel like he will make the roster. I don't think we'll keep 7 wide receivers. I think we're going to keep 6. So maybe he gets that 5th or maybe 6th spot. So we shall see. But Michael Davis, sorry. Well, yeah, Michael Davis has been having a good camp too. He made some plays a couple of days ago. But what I meant to say was Mitchell Tinsley has been having a nice camp so far. Let's see what we have here. Tinsley also made another catch, by the way. He made multiple catches today, but he had a nice catch against Castro-Fields. But Castro-Fields actually broke it up at the last minute. So, yeah, him and Castro-Fields, man, they've been playing really good throughout camp so far. Daniels, this was a tweet by Ben Standing, by the way. Daniels sharper as practice continues. Ripped the sideline throw to Bryson Tremaine in 7-on-7s and came back in 11-on-11s and hit McLaurin in stride up the seam 17 got some yards after catch after the grab. So that's something Terry McLaurin has been working on. Yards after catch. He wants to get more yards after catch this upcoming season. He's a great contested catcher, but he wants to get more yak. So that's one level. Well, that's one area in his play that he has been working on throughout the offseason. And then Jaden Daniels, rough start, to start off the day, but he has, gotten sharper, played better as the day went on. So that is really good. Q Blue Kelly picked off Marcus Mariota, targeting McLaurin on the play. I don't think he'll make the roster, but maybe he's a practice squad candidate. So we shall see. Ben Sinnott, and shout out to Linnell Willingham because he was the first guy who made a report on Ben Sinnott. This is the tweet he put out. One guy who has been relatively quiet with a few drops throughout the first 4 days, Ben Sinnott, and he had like 1 or 2 more drops today, like I said earlier. So hopefully, those drops can get cleaned up. Maybe once the pads come on, we'll see what, Ben Sinnott can really do. But hopefully those drops, they can get cleaned up right away. JP Finlay tweeted out some sloppy offense and simulated 2-minute drill. Pass gets dropped, then a bad snap out of the shotgun. So hopefully today was just not a good day for the offense. Not a great day at least because Jaden Daniels, he made some nice plays. Guys like Mitchell Tinsley made some nice plays as well as Luke McCaffrey. The run game was pretty good, but you really won't get a lot. You shouldn't take a lot of the stuff you see in the run game seriously. I know Austin Eckler made a couple nice plays today as well as Brian Robinson, but the pads aren't on yet. They come on tomorrow, so that is when we're running the ball, you can really take it, with more grains of salt, if you want to say. So, yeah, Marcus Mariota, he threw 2 interceptions today. Not great. He hasn't been having a good camp at all, really. He wasn't great last week, and to start off this week, he hasn't been good. Sam Fortier said the kicking situation is a growing concern in Commanders camp. Ramiz Ahmed with his second right goal post doink in as many days. So we need to bring in more kicker competition. I don't know what kickers are out there, but we got to bring in anyone at this point because Ramiz Ahmed, he's not looking like the one. I feel like he's not the one. Even Dan Quinn said himself that he's the kicker on the roster right now, but don't be surprised if we bring in more competition. The question is when. We need to bring in more kicking competition immediately, in my opinion. I'm going to read off 2 more tweets here. Chin and Martin pretty much been the starting safety tandem throughout. Shout out Bleeding BNG. He put that tweet out. And yeah, that was quite expected, to be honest. Chin's going to be our strong safety. And then Quan Martin, he's probably going to be our free safety, which I really like that tandem right there. I think they can do really good things. Chin, before he got injured, he was balling out for Carolina. And Quan Martin, he showed a lot of potential last year at nickel. So hopefully he can, carry that over to free safety. And then one last tweet. Offense just beat the defense with a perfect play call. Bobby Wagner comes screaming, free on a blitz. Jaden Daniels gets the ball out and hits Dotson on a middle screen. So I love that JD connection, Jaden Daniels to Jahan Dotson. Really excited to watch that this season. And then that's a great job by Jaden Daniels recognizing or feeling the blitz Bobby Wagner is sending off of the edge or in the middle, wherever he was sending the blitz off of. Great job by Jaden Daniels feeling it or recognizing it. So that is really it for day 4 of training camp. Not the greatest practice per a lot of fans and media. Offense struggled a bit today, but hopefully it will be better tomorrow because tomorrow is the first day the pads come on. So I'm super excited for that. That's when we'll kind of get a feel or see how the offensive line and defensive line are really performing. So super excited for that. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, leave a like down below, subscribe, turn on notifications. Like I said, I'm on the road to 4,000 subscribers. If you could, hit that sub button. I really appreciate it. And other than that, it's been King Sean, and I'm out. Peace.